Beneath the relentless gaze of the Egyptian sun, the sands of Giza stir with the murmur of thousands, their voices a mosaic of hope and toil. Chapter 1. Under the Egyptian sun embarks on the epic tale of constructing the Great Pyramid, a saga etched not only in stone, but in the indomitable spirit of those who built it. The day dawns in the shimmering heat, casting long shadows over the vast limestone quarries. Here, amidst the chalky haze, laborers chisel at the earth's bones, carving out blocks of stone that are to form the very bedrock of the pyramid. The air thrums with the rhythmic clang of metal against stone, a melody punctuated by calls of overseers, the groans of effort. As each block is freed from the quarry's grasp, they are dragged and then meticulously placed upon large wooden sleds, their surfaces smoothed by the hands of skilled workers. Alongside the quarries, the Nile pulsates with activity, its waters gleaming like a ribbon of life amid the desolate desert. Vessels laden with stone navigate the currents, directed by skilled sailors who read the river as one would a beloved text. The waterway serves as the vital artery, transporting materials crucial for the pyramid's birth. As the sun journeys across the heavens, shadows crawl over the evolving structure, which slowly but unwaveringly rises towards the sky. When twilight dapples the desert, the laboring masses retreat to their camps. Here the story softens to a whisper, sharing glimpses of their lives, families communing over scant fires, tales of distant lands exchanged, laughter mingling with the crackle of embers. In the quietude of starlight, dreams of completion stitch together the hearts of these ancient architects and workers. They rest, bodies drawn by fatigue, but hearts buoyant with the triple thrill of creativity, companionship, and the sacred chase of immortality. Thus, under the watch of constellations whose patterns guide their designs, the chapter closes, anticipating yet another day beneath the Egyptian sun. Chapter 2. The vision of Pharaoh unfurls beneath the burning gaze of Ra, where the sands of time whisper echoes of a distant, bustling era. Imagine the stately figure of Pharaoh, his countenance wreathed in the divine light of the gods, decreeing the construction of what would become one of the wonders of the world. This chapter delves deeply into the celestial inspiration behind the Great Pyramid, a marvel proclaimed to house his Ka, or spiritual essence, for eternity. As the narrative slowly unfolds, the reader is transported to the vibrant courts of the pharaoh, where priests, astronomers, and architects converge, their discussions steeped in the alignment of stars and the dictates of sacred geometry. It was not merely a structure of stone, but an anchor of cosmic proportions, designed to mirror the constellations that adorned the ancient Egyptian night sky. The architects, possessed by a vision that transcended generations, orchestrated the gathering of limestone from far-flung quarries, each stone a testament to the pharaoh's eternal decree. Workers, motivated by a potent blend of devotion and duty, toiled under the relentless sun, their efforts synchronized like the celestial bodies overhead. As the foundation rose from the sands, so too did tales of human endeavor, stories of love, sacrifice, and communal spirit, etching into the very blocks they moved. The hypnotic beauty of this chapter lies in its slow revelation of these intertwined destinies, guided by the immutable will of the heavens. The narrative weaves through the days and into the cool relief of night, where the labor of thousands pulses under the watchful eyes of the gods, crafting not just a tomb, but a testament to the human spirit's quest for immortality. As the dawn cast its first tender rays over the vast desert, Chapter 3, Gathering the Guardians, begins, revealing the profound unity among those chosen to erect the Great Pyramid of Giza. In the cool morning breeze, the architects and overseers convened, their figures silhouetted against the rising sun. These were not just builders, but guardians of a celestial endeavor, each role invaluable, from the chief architect to the humblest laborer. The chapter unfolds quietly, focusing on these individuals who hailed from diverse corners of the Nile Valley, each bringing unique skills and ancient knowledge. It is a hypnotic journey into the social fabric woven tightly by shared purpose, where the rhythm of their days beats in harmony with the pulse of the Nile itself. Through Whispers of Nile reeds, the story drifts to the quarries. There, limestone, destined to touch the heavens, was carved and lifted. The precision with which these guardians executed their task spoke of age-old techniques handed down through generations, mysteriously effective and deeply revered. As the stone embarked on its slow journey down the river, the narrative expands to include the bustling, vibrant activities along the Nile, markets brimming with traders, fishermen casting nets, and children playing at the water's edge, all integral threads in the tapestry of daily life. By nightfall, under a canopy of stars, the laborers gathered around flickering fires. Here, tales of old gods and newfound hopes mingled with the crackling wood, revealing the workers' entwined fates with the sacred stones they chiseled. Each star seemed a silent observer, a timeless guardian in its own right. Gathering the Guardians captures not merely the endeavor of a monumental construction, but the embracing of a collective spirit that would carry through centuries, etched into stone and memory alike. Chapter 4, Lay of the Land, opens under the expansive canopy of a fierce Egyptian sun that casts elongated shadows across the landscape. The scene is set on the Giza Plateau, where the outline of the Great Pyramid begins to take form, rising steadfastly from its colossal base. Here, the ancient architects, versed in secrets handed down through generations, demonstrate their unparalleled engineering ingenuity. The narrator's voice, slow and measured, guides us through the bustling quarries where limestone cliffs are methodically carved into massive blocks. The harsh clinks of chisels striking stone resonate through the air like an ancient symphony of laborious perseverance. As these stones are hewn, the connection between human endeavor and the earth's raw materials is palpable, telling a tale of symbiosis and survival. The narrative sweeps down to the lifeline of Egypt, the Nile. Here, we watch as seasoned workers guide enormous rafts laden with stone, their surfaces almost disappearing under the weight of history yet to be built. The Nile's currents, both ally and adversary, are maneuvered with astute skill honed by years on its waters. As dusk begins to settle, the story shifts to the lives of these laborers. Our view expands to the workers' encampments, buzzing with life against the backdrop of an ever-growing pyramid. Smiles, sweat, and stories blend amongst the tents as men and women share their hopes and the resolve that fuels their back-breaking work. The narrative softly unfolds their dreams of the future and reverence for the pharaoh, driving them to eternalize his legacy in stone. Beneath a blanket of stars that once guided their ancestors across deserts and through time, the workers are painted not just as laborers, but as artisans of immortality. Their enduring spirit, a testament to the human condition, pulses through the sands as the pyramid ascends skyward, a monument not just to a ruler, but to the people who built it. The hypnotic, deliberate cadence of the narrative invites listeners to linger in ancient Egypt, walking alongside the giants of history. As the pages of time turn to Chapter 5, The Secret of the Stones, we drift further into the dusty, sun-drenched expanses surrounding the emerging Great Pyramid of Giza. Here, beneath the fiery orb suspended in the azure sky, lies a puzzle that has captured the imaginations of many through the ages. In this chapter, the veil is delicately lifted on the ancient architect's profound ingenuity in sculpting a civilization's masterpiece. As we meander through the limestone quarries' vast chasms of echoing stone, the air is thick with the dust and sweat of labor. Each stone, a colossal giant, is painstakingly carved, not just by hands, but by the very souls of those who toil. Our pace slows, almost to a still, allowing us to soak in the rhythmic chinking of chisel against rock, a hypnotic melody that sings of human endeavor. The Nile, a shimmering lifeline, is next to enter our tale. Watch as fleets of robust boats navigate the pulsating river veins, their decks laden with the quarried limestone, destined for the pyramid's core. The waterway is alive, a bustling artery of transport and trade, pivotal in the pyramid's birth. It is under the cloak of night, when the stars embroider the heavens with ancient scripts, that the secrets whisper loudest. Around fires, the workers' voices mingle with the crackles of flames, sharing stories of distant homes, of families, and a poignant hope that threads through their conversations, the hope to endure, to be remembered. As we pull away from the tales by the fire and gaze upon the nearly completed pyramid, bathed in moonlight, a solemn awe settles over us. Here lies the proof of what humanity can achieve when united by a singular, monumental vision. And the question lingers, hanging as heavily as the night's shadow over the sands. How did a civilization, armed with nothing but primitive tools and boundless resolve, erect such a testament to human ingenuity and will? The stones, it seems, guard their secrets well, whispering to those who dare to listen, leaving a trail of intrigue amongst the whispers of sand and time. Chapter 6, Whispers in the Wind, begins with the sun casting its early light over the dusty plains of Giza, where silence envelops the awakening landscape. Along the horizon, the shadows of workers emerge, ghost-like, moving towards the rising structure that is destined to touch the heavens. The narrative slowly unfurls, revealing the symphony of sounds that gradually fill the air. From the clinking of chisels chipping away at limestone to the distant hum of the Nile's currents carrying precious materials northward. The camera of our mind's eye zooms in on the sweat-beaded faces of laborers, their muscles rippling in rhythm with their unyielding endeavors. Their whispers are carried by the winds, snippets of conversations about lives intertwined with the stones they carve. As daylight strengthens, shadows shift across the expanse, mimicking the transient nature of human endeavors compared to the eternal sands beneath their feet. The wind carries tales of ancient architects, whispering their secrets through narratives left in stone, ingenious methods of alignment with the stars, and leveraging the seasonal inundations of the Nile. These soft-spoken legends are interwoven with the personal stories of men and women whose aspirations reach beyond their physical toils. Their dreams, steeped in both adversity and triumph, are as intricate as the pyramid they construct. As evening draws its curtain and the workers retreat under the comforting blanket of star-stitched skies, the wind continues to murmur. It speaks of the collective spirit of these ancient builders, whose hearts beat in harmony with the rhythmic chiseling, becoming the pulse of the pyramid itself. This chapter is a lullaby, not merely for the end of a day, but for the eternal rest of those who believed their toils were a bridge to immortality. These whispers, if one listens closely, resonate through aeons, echoing in the vast desert, reaching out to those who dare to understand the profound echoes of the past. As the seventh chapter in our enigmatic journey unfolds, titled Moonlight over Giza, the night descends like a soft shroud over the sands of ancient Egypt. Under the celestial arc of the heavens, the Great Pyramid of Giza, an emblem of human triumph, basks in the silvery glow of the moon. Here in this serene nocturnal hour, our story delves deeper into the veiled lives of the workers who toiled with both heart and soul. With every block of limestone raised, their stories became ingrained within the very fabric of the pyramid. As the river Nile quietly murmurs in the distance, one can almost hear the echoes of their ambitions, the laughter and sorrows shared beneath the vast, starry skies. Amid these peaceful moments, the documentary recalls the ingenious nighttime strategies crafted by the ancient architects. They utilized the alignment of stars as their celestial guides for precise architectural advancements. By moonlight, shadows cast by obelisks served as sundials, marking the hours for the laborers who worked through cooler nights, escaping the tyranny of the daylight sun. The chapter gently reveals how each individual, from stonecutters at the distant quarries to the tireless haulers on the Nile's cargo ships, contributed to this monumental undertaking. Narratives intertwine, portraying how their collective spirit, hope, and relentless endeavor were imbued within the very stones they carved. As the narration flows, a hypnotic tranquility envelops the listener, transporting them across millennia to stand amongst these ancestral giants under a canopy of stars. To conclude, Moonlight over Giza not only chronicles the construction of this timeless wonder, but also immortalizes the enduring humanity of those who built it. Their legacy, preserved beneath moonlit hieroglyphs, continues to whisper across the ages, a testament to their life, labor, and the eternal human spirit. In Chapter 8, Echoes of Eternity, the narrative transcends into the quieter, more reflective spaces of the ancient Egyptian psyche. As the Great Pyramid of Giza begins to take shape against the backdrop of an endless desert, the story dives deeper into the collective spirit of the thousands who toil. This monument, destined to pierce the heavens, is not merely a stone structure, but a tangible echo of eternal aspirations. Under the relentless golden sun, the rhythm of chisels against limestone forms a hypnotic cadence, a sound that reverberates through the ages. The chapter meticulously captures the scenes at the bustling Nile banks, where massive blocks of stone, cut with astonishing precision, are loaded onto boats. These vessels, heavy with potential, glide over the water like carriers of dormant dreams. As dusk folds into night, under a tapestry of stars, the workers gather around small fires. Their faces, illuminated by the flickering flames, are canvases of resolve and exhaustion, each wrinkle and crease a story unto itself. Their lives, bound by the ambition to construct what seems impossible, are portrayed with a profound respect and depth. Conversations laced with laughter and longing drift into the cool night air, painting a vivid picture of their humanity. This chapter does not just narrate, it invites readers to stand amidst these ancient souls, feeling the coarse sand underfoot, hearing the distant calls of night birds over the Nile and sensing the weight of imminent history. It is an immersive exploration, reminding us that the Great Pyramid, for all its monumental silence, is deeply rooted in the noise of human endeavor and dreams stretching towards eternity. In the shadowy breaths just before dawn, where the whispers of the eternal desert still echo with the spirits of millennia, Chapter 9, The Seal of Senusret, unveils its tale beneath the incandescent stars of ancient Egypt. The air, thick with the scent of tamarisk and the mineral tang of limestone, carries the ripples of this historic narrative to the depths of the listener's soul. Our gaze slowly drifts towards the monumental undertaking at Giza, the Great Pyramid, its colossal form only a silhouette against the pre-dawn light. Here, the ingenious methods of ancient architects become vivid snippets traced in the sands. From the bustling limestone quarries alive with the chime of chisel against stone, to the grand artery of the Nile, river of life, transporting tons of materials to the arid embrace of the plateau. This chapter paints not only the harmony of innovation and raw human spirit, but also the intimate moments of the workers, whose hearts pulsed with hopes as enduring as the stones they carved. As the canvas of night slowly unveils the gold of the early morning sun, our scene concentrates on a singular poignant discovery: the Seal of Senusret. This artifact, a small impression in clay, bears the cartouche of the pharaoh, whispered to be a symbolic protector of the workers and their crafts. The tale then dances with the theories. How had this royal seal found its sanctuary here in the dust of labor and sweat? Was it a talisman for safeguarding the monumental task, or perhaps something more mystical, an assurance of benevolence from the pharaoh himself? Drenched in the hypnotic cadence of narrative, the chapter concludes, leaving the heart pulsing a beat slower, the mind wandering through the starlit corridors of the past. As we step away from the sands of Giza, the echo of Senusret's seal etches a deeper understanding of humanity's unyielding desire to reach beyond the confines of the earth, towards something grand, something eternal. In Chapter 10, Legacy of the Builders, we step back in time, crossing the threshold into the ancient sands of Egypt. Here, under the relentless glare of a golden sun, the Great Pyramid of Giza begins to take shape, an enduring testament to human ingenuity and resolve. The chapter opens on the bustling quarries where limestone giants sleep, soon to be awakened by the hands of skilled laborers. Each stone a silent contributor to a legacy about to be carved into the annals of humanity. Slowly, the narrative flows like the Nile itself, which serves as the lifeline of this monumental project. Boats laden with massive blocks navigate the serpentine river, their progress mirrored by the sun's journey across the sky. As twilight dapples the Nile with golden shadows, the story sinks deeper into the lives of the workers. These are not mere laborers, but the heart and soul of the pyramid's ascent. Voices from the past whisper through the centuries, carried on the cool evening breeze. They speak of daily toils, the weight of limestone not just in hands but on shoulders, the silent prayers whispered in the hope for safety and strength. The stars, ever watchful, rise high above, guiding the architects and astronomers who align the pyramid with celestial precision. This chapter melds the physical with the mystical, revealing not just the how of construction, but the why. The belief in an eternal kingdom, the veneration of pharaohs, and the humble hope for immortality. As the chapter closes, the Great Pyramid nears completion, standing as a pinnacle of human achievement and a bridge between the earth and the divine. The legacy of the builders is not just in the stone edifice, but in the spirit of endeavor, resilience, and collective effort, a legacy that echoes through the ages, as enduring as the stones from which it is built.